easy go.
Right guys, this is going to be a Nightfall solo for the Hunter this time. We've done the Titan, so we'll do the Hunter, which is really interesting the way the Hunter can play out. And I'll start with subclasses first, because we're gonna run all three subclasses for different segments, because each subclass has its strength on different segments. So we're going to start with Arc Strider for the majority, for like up until halfway through. We'll be using Radiant Flux because it makes your super last a hell of a lot longer. Really, it's the best Arc Strider exotic. Then when we get past that point, we'll be using Night Stalker. We grab it on forfeit, which increases your invisibility from, if we take a smoke bomb, that's like 6 seconds. Okay, you get a smoke bomb in 6 seconds, but with this helmet you'll get an 8-second invis, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when it comes in the clutch moments, it is a lot. So that's top tier for that. And then for the boss, we're running Ancestral Nighthawk, Gunslinger. So that's what those are the classes we'll be running. In terms of weapons, same as the Titan. Better Devils, Manannan. You can run Nameless Midnight. I haven't got it on me, but you can run Nameless Midnight with it if you wanted. Make sure that your Manannan is Arc. Arc's really favourable in this Nightfall. And we'll be using Wallcliff Coil up until the boss. Then when we get to the boss, we'll be swapping Curtain Call. We may use Linear as well. And that's that. Yeah, so on the Hunter, I mean, I don't know, I really enjoyed this run, just the way it played out. You'll see at the boss, I have never seen this done before, but somebody has, by the time they've watched it, show me a link, because I have never seen it. But anyways, starting off, I have 4 coils, so rather than primarying these guys, I like to coil them. I only started with 2, which you might if you don't rally. You don't need to rally a public event for heavy. But if you do have more than 2, then use coil on them. So with this, just like with the Titan, we need to eliminate most of the acolytes. They will hide often, but just try and pick out what you can. You don't need every single one killed, just the majority, because when you're rushing the wizard, it is a high risk move. Once you've done that, call a one-shotter. You can do this. What I'm doing there is the quick spawn animation with the ghost. People ask me how to do that. If you just, while you scan your ghost, just quickly double tap the ghost button again, and it'll skip it. You come to this far side wall here, and just basically scout the wizard down first. The thrall will get stuck on the wall next to you, and once the wizard's down, you can nade there or whatever. They're all clumped up, so they're easy to kill. Make sure all the thrall are killed, because for this next situation, when we jump on this block, the thrall will jump up with you, and you don't want that, because you might coil yourself. I'm looking up for this major, trying to spawn kill him, because he jumps in 2 different locations. Sometimes that's why you do that. You should always check where he's jumping down. Once he's dead, you just have the acolytes to contend with, and the rest of the ads. Sometimes they can be a bit aggressive, more times than others. If you see them all clumped up, do use coil, which I do occasionally. Especially when there's a load of exploding for all that as well. It's just a question of finishing off. You don't have to kill the thrall, but I don't like them sneaking up behind me while I'm at the door, so I just like to kill them. Get rid of them. Then once you've killed all enemies, you can come up to this major here and blind him. As long as you're running bottom tree, like me, you have no reason to run top tree anyway for PvE. Run bottom tree, you can blind him and then coil him. That's a little tip for mages. Because sometimes it'll stop them from doing the shield. Sometimes the coil doesn't one-shot. Trying to clump all these thrall up here. I get all of them in one coil. Now with this next room, obviously we're using our super, but it's still dicey. What I like to do is jump up in the air, coil first, and immediately super. And I like to go back and forth, put a couple of shots into the ogre, then a couple of shots into the knights, because as you can see the knight's hitting me. And I'm pretty weak. I suppose Masterworks armor would help out here, which I don't bother with. Probably should. But it's not always as dicey as that. Usually you've got more health. But I do advise, like, either put a grenade into the ogre first or a coil, whichever you want. Just put that little bit extra damage in, because it means that you've got more super energy for the knights just at the end. This next section you can fill back up on heavy if you're low on heavy. They all give heavy.
That must be one of the missing guardians. Tracing his broadcast now.
You hear me? Caliban? Caliban, are you there?
Now this next section's a little harder than it was on the Titan. The Titan was easy. It's not as easy for the Hunter this bit. I mean, this section's okay. Just killing the acolytes. It's the next dunk that can be awkward sometimes. Important as well, try not to wake the witch up. Don't shoot anywhere near her if you can help it. I got acolytes right next to her. I did risk it. I thought, oh, she might wake up, so I just called her anyway. You don't want her to wake up and you're not in distance to coil her. That's the point. Make sure all your acolytes are down before you even start thinking about the relic. Kill all acolytes. I mean to say. Make sure you've got full health before you do what I'm going to do. Pick the relic up, drop it, jump in the air, and use your nade. As soon as you've done that, come down here. Sometimes I can kill this knight, but like just by scouting him, but sometimes I can't because of his positioning. So if the ads are being a pain, just push up a little. But only peek out once or twice. Don't peek out a lot because the shrieker will melt you. I'm thinking about trying to coil the knight, which I'm trying to look out for. That's why this section is hard work. You can move up to the next pillar. Luckily I had a melee charge. When you've killed all ads, wait for your health to regen, then push back. Don't push back when you're weak, because you'll just die. So now that all the ads are dead, take the same route. You can go right side if you want. I just always go this way. Always push it when your health's full. Same again. Just like that. If I was slightly weak, even just slightly, I would have died.
Search and rescue team. Is anyone listening? Anyone?
Now I have 5 coils, so I can be super aggressive in this room.
Hold on.
Reason being, because we're going to be switching, so.
The whole thing is being powered by void light. The Hive are calling something to
There's only really one key target. There's a couple of acolytes and one major. It can be hard work sometimes. If you didn't have any heavy, it would be anyway. Luckily, all the ads grouped up for me like that. They never usually do.
I'm just gonna keep going and keep talking and hope that the signal.
That's all the ads did. Leave that brick. The brick that the major drops. Leave it. Leave it on the floor. Now I'm swapping to my linear because I don't want to mess about with this ogre. rather than sitting there for 5 minutes shooting him with my scout rifle. So just to put linear on.
Smash stuff. This place makes me nervous.
You could snipe as well. Thing is with sniping, it's okay for this ogre, but it's not as good for the second. So just keep shooting his arm, stay in this room, don't go out there. The idea of this is to get the ogre one shot, not to kill him, just to get him one shot. Just keep doing it until he gets one shot. Once he gets one shot, you can then position yourself to where we want to go. The reason for this is if you kill the ogre right now, it will spawn in a load of ads, which we don't want, because we want to get up the top of that building. So the idea is you could just rush this while he's full health and then get him from the top building, but that's harder because he starts firing his blasts at you. It's best to get him one shot, then come up here, then kill him. I like to kill him with the linear first, even though he's one shot, because then I can immediately turn around and start working on the second ogre. Try and get as many crits in as you can. I didn't get that many crits in, as much as I wanted to. Once he starts rushing these stairs, just jump down, because you'll just have ads fire solar nades at you, and you don't want that. This just confirms the kill, and you have enough super energy to get to the other room. So those linears helped me. If I had charged the boss when he was full health, I could have killed him, but my super might have run out by then. So that's why the linears helped. Try and push to the back of the room if you can, just because knights will rush you if you don't, like they are just then. That's the reason for that. Try and switch to coil as well before you start picking up these bricks. You don't want to be picking them up for linear. Also, switch subclasses when you can. I could have done it a bit earlier, to be honest, but it doesn't matter too much. So we're switching to Night Stalker, because Night Stalker is really good for this bit, which you'll see. Also, I'm switching to Graviton Forfeit, like I said at the start of the video as well. So it's just kind of the same as the Titan, just you can't be as aggressive, because you haven't got, especially I've just switched to subclass, so I've got no abilities, no nades, nothing. All I've got is coil. I haven't even got invis. So take this route. This is a safer route for the hunter, rather than rushing it. Come to the back of here, the ads will kind of forget about you, let your health recover. Have coil at the ready and then kind of rush it like this. If you are really weak, don't even do that coil, just run to the back of the map. But if you're confident enough, put a coil in and then run to the back. I like the coil these for all as well, just to get rid of them. You get 2 bricks back as well. Now by this time you can see I've got an invis, so now I start using those. Put a coil in, try and kill both the witch and the knight. They're the 2 annoying targets. Now as soon as you get the relic, just drop it, because you don't need it anymore, and just push this roll. Try and stay underneath these stairs, like next to these stairs. I noticed there I was getting solar nades thrown behind me, and that really annoys me. So there was an acolyte which I thought had killed him. There must have been another one. So if that happens, go back and kill him, or any acolytes for that matter that are doing that. If you don't want to be fighting these guys while you're getting solar nades thrown at you. Don't rush this knight until you get all your acolytes down. Try and kill all the acolytes and then you can rush him. You can do this where you invis and then coil him. It just ensures the kill on him, the one shot, because the closer you are with coil, the more likely you are. Don't get too close though. this next section I was kind of waiting for my tether. Because on my previous runs, by this time I would have my tether, but I went a little bit quicker than usual. Or I maybe didn't make as many orbs with my Masterworks. I just kind of keep scouting him. As soon as I get my super, I'm just going to kill all these with my super. Just for easiness. Once all that's done, pick up any heavy that you need, and this is the key. Switch to Gambler's Dodge, because what Gambler's Dodge is, when you dodge near enemies, you get your smoke bomb back. Now a smoke bomb will last 8 seconds, but my smoke bomb doesn't regen in 8 seconds. I think there's a way to do it with void ability mods, but I haven't got the mods for it, so I've had to improvise. Because basically we need 2 smoke bombs for this room. And Gambler's Dodge will do that for you. So this is a skip. We're skipping it. We're doing it while we're in this. So you jump over here. You let the ogres go back in the room. Drop the relic. Smoke bomb. Pick it back up. Jump over any adds in your way. Get the slam, and as soon as you slam, dodge near the ogre or the ad. Then it immediately smoke bomb again. And that way I get 2 smoke bombs.
Let's get back to the
Whereas usually
to meet up with Takeo.
I wouldn't have done with the mods I've got. I haven't got the right mod set up for it, but it doesn't matter. As long as you do it like that, then you still get it done. So I've switched to golden gun now because you want to do it as quick as you can. I also have 5 coil. I could have easily coiled these witches, but I'm not doing that because the way I'm doing the boss, I need to have near or have a super for a time when I want it. So killing the witches with practice makes perfect. It's just filling my super bar up really quick. So it's worth just to kill him like that. I don't need coil anymore, so switching to my rocket launcher now.
That'd be a great plan, if there were any powered crystals in here.
We are going to kill all these thrall, but
There is a way out of this.
rather than just shooting them from here,
Embrace the praxic
I'd
fire.
rather kill them all in a pack. So if you run past them all, if you take this route, don't take any other route by the way, just this route, and you'll get through. Always jump over any thrall that are right in your way. So yeah, like I said, I want to kill all the thrall in a pack, and try and generate some orbs as well. Try and get as many crits as you can. See, I mean, I'm 60%. I'm just killing all the thrall just to ensure, because the boss strategy that I'm doing is different. It's completely like it's in your set plan, so to speak. You'll see. So once all the thrall are dead, I like to come to this rock, take the crystal, have your rocket launcher ready. No nades, just rockets. I think 3 rockets sends him to the next phase. Yeah. Be careful with how many more rockets you do, because the cluster bombs are RNG. So I do 4 maximum. Reason being is if you do 5, it might make the boss close. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't, because of RNG. So if I do 4 rockets, I know that the boss will still be open. And that's important. That's probably one of the most important things for this. Now what I'm doing now is I'm edging the boss to a limit. It's like a threshold, and I think it's like 5 or 10% HP left off his first bar. Like 5 or 10% left. You can't go no below that. So I'm trying to get him as close to that as I can, basically. I'm also aware there's thrall. There's a lot of thrall knocking around, which is annoying me. I can see it on my radar, but they're over there somewhere. Which usually I'd advise kill all the thrall before you do what I'm going to do, because this makes it awkward. So when you're ready with your HP, try and get a crit. That was really hard for me. But if you'd killed all the thrall, you'd have been able to get a crit easy. once that's happened, the boss will close up. He'll have half HP, something like that. It might be even less. And I like to just come back to here and take my time. The reason why we're taking our time isn't for safety. It's to ensure that we have another golden gun. So I'm taking my time trying to create orbs. Try and create as many orbs as you can. To be honest, I could have created more. Obviously, double kills within a set time. But you can also take advantage of these knights. So most of the time they're annoying, right, when they regen their health. But for me, they actually come in handy because you can constantly proc. Practice makes perfect on them a lot. Switch to Call now because you're going to need another heavy brick for the next phase. Make sure that there's one knight alive. Kill all the acolytes. That's the major there. Remember where the brick fell. Just try and create as many orbs and be as accurate. The more accurate you are here, the quicker you're going to have your super for this next phase. If you start the phase without your super, this whole strategy that I'm doing won't work, basically. But with the patience, it pays off in the end. Just pick up all your orbs, make sure you got the brick. So look, I'm like 80%, but I can use this knight. He doesn't usually push like that. If he does, because I'm wanting to swap. I want to swap my rocket launcher. Never swap if you're in danger, ever. They were saying he's regenerating his health. It's beneficial because I can keep farm and super off him. So for the one instance, I actually don't mind him doing it. But I definitely don't want him there. You don't. Part of this strat as well. You don't want him. You want him over there as well. So at this point, I've kind of got my super. Good to go. Make sure you're standing here. As soon as you kill that knight, pull out your rocket launcher. Nade and a rocket on the boss. Golden gun immediately. Get the crit. Do as many rockets as you can right now. Probably 2 when he's there. Maybe 1 because 1 was immune. Just keep doing as many rockets as you can. And that's it. You'll be probably closed up. At this point the boss will close, so he's no longer a danger. This is the last ad phase. So we're not going to be even dunking any relics, right? We don't even know what that is on this run because we're not doing that. We're going to kill the boss outright on this next phase, which usually you're not meant to. You're meant to do the whole dumping the relic thing and killing the witches. But you do using this strategy, which I haven't looked at any vid. I've been experimenting myself. See if you can kill him before the dunk. Just stay back here as well. So your next goal is to build another super. Make sure you get the heavy brick. Keep an ogre alive, one ogre. Because it's exactly the same with the knights. If you kill all the ogres, it'll open the boss up regardless of how many ads are up. I had 1 rocket left, so just to speed up killing him. Once you've got 2 ogres killed, you can start to kind of push up. Because there's all the acolytes, they'll hide. They will hide for days. They won't push you. You've got to kind of push up. Make sure you've got coil on before you pick up your brick when you do. Always be careful with the ogre because it can still melt you at certain angles. But yeah, like I say, I don't think I've seen anybody solo, like kill him solo before the dunk. So it was just with me experimenting. I was thinking, well, actually, I can do a lot more damage than what I'm doing. So tried it. I thought it would have took more damage than what it did. I thought with a golden gun I would have had to do more on the last phase. I've got my break. I'm checking if all acolytes are killed, because that's important. All the acolytes need to be killed. If they are, just edge the ogre so he's one shot. And you don't want to be at the opposite end of the map, you want to be close. I chose this rock. Kill the ogre, immediately pop your super. He's dead. At the time I didn't even realise how low his HP was. I thought it was a bit higher.
We're here.
But if he doesn't die off that Goldie, you would immediately rocket.
Those fire teams.
Right after you get the crate, you rocket. That's an easy way how to kill the boss with Gunslinger and to get the run in. So that was the solo for the hunter there. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.